Many organizations believe hiring ends when the offer letter is accepted, but performance doesn't begin with acceptance. It begins with integration. I'm Laurie Karras, and this is the alignment gap built for performance, executive briefings for leaders responsible for results. This episode is Onboarding is Organizational Integration. Even after organizations finally make a hire, another critical phase often gets overlooked, and that's onboarding. Because whether someone is joining the C suite or entering an entry level role, every employee deserves two things at a minimum: the time and opportunity to truly onboard into the organization, and more than a learning management system to do it through. Because every new employee arrives with a certain level of optimism. They accept the offer. They chose the organization. They want to contribute. They want to make a positive impact. They want to prove the organization made the right decision. Yet sometimes the first few weeks tell a very different story. The laptop isn't ready, system access is delayed, introductions to other teammates never happen, training is inconsistent, questions go unanswered, and while each issue may seem small on its own, together they begin communicating something the organization never intended. You're on your own. Because onboarding is not simply completing modules or reviewing policies. It's learning how the business actually operates, the systems, the tools, the people, the workflows, the expectations, the mission, the organizational pillars, and how culture is operationalized day to day. And too often, organizations expect new hires to arrive fully operational on day one, immediately be productive, fully integrated, and requiring very little support. But people are not plug and play systems. Even highly capable employees still need time to understand the organization itself, the workflows, the relationships, the communication dynamics, the expectations, and how decisions actually get made operationally. Because capability alone does not eliminate the need for integration. And when onboarding becomes rushed, inconsistent, or transactional, organizations often create performance gaps before employees have had a fair opportunity to succeed. So it's worth asking, what experience does your onboarding process actually create? Because when onboarding is absent or rushed, it sends a message you never intended, and that's the organization doesn't care, even when it really does. When onboarding falls into the "we're too busy" trap, it tells new hires that integration is optional, even for leaders who genuinely want them to succeed. When onboarding becomes a folder of SOPs sent by email, it teaches tasks but not the organization, leaving people to guess at norms and expectations and how work actually gets done. When new hires aren't intentionally introduced to the people they'll rely on, they don't build relationships, they build isolation. And when all of this happens at once, new employees begin quietly asking themselves a question no leader wants them to ask. Why am I even here? Because onboarding is not information transfer. It's not documentation. It's not a handoff. It's integration into the work, the culture, the relationships, and ultimately the mission. And when integration is missing, misalignment is what fills the space. At the end of the day, performance doesn't happen by accident. It's built through clarity, alignment, and disciplined execution. Thanks for listening to The Alignment Gap, Built for Performance. I'm Laurie Karras. See you next time.